guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Seisha. I am going to be taking you guys along with me for the next few days. I have a bunch of stuff to do, starting with making my daughter's lunch right now. I have speech therapy, and when I go to speech therapy, she goes and stays with her dad for like an hour. It's her highlight of the week, but he's like working during his lunch hour, but like there's still people working, so we've got to keep her quiet. So I usually just like pack her a bunch of her favorite snacks, lunch, and send her with like some toys and games and stuff. It is literally her favorite thing to do, which is really funny because when I pick her up, I'm always like, how was it? Did you have fun? She's always like, yep, I had fun. He told me to be quiet, that I needed to calm down, and I needed to sit still. And I was like, wow, sounds like a blast. But she like always wants to go back. It's so funny. But anyway, I am going to grab some lunch stuff and start putting it together while I talk to you guys. I currently have the washer, the dryer, the dishwasher going, so hopefully it doesn't sound like an absolute racket in here. But yeah, I'm just gonna pack her lunch. Like I said, I go to voice therapy. I have, what is it called? You finished your orange. Nice job.
Now go to Dad's work.
Yeah, now you're gonna go to Dad's work. Do you want a banana?
No.
No? Okay. All right. I'll just pack you one then. I go to voice therapy because I have mast cell activation syndrome, which triggers vocal cord dysfunction and inducible laryngeal obstruction. And yeah, it's about as annoying as it sounds. Voice therapy has actually really helped. And it's one of those things like when I first started, you're kind of like, is this really doing anything? It just kind of feels stupid and like you don't feel like anything's happening. I started back in February, and let me tell you, it has made a world of difference. I've been doing so much better, which is absolutely incredible. I see two different people. So I see a lady that's down next to my husband's work, and that's where Lucy goes and stays for the hour, and she does manual therapy. So I have like all my muscles are just way too cramped and tight, and it makes me feel like I'm choking, and I choke on my food, and it's blast. So the manual therapy is for that aspect of it, and then I do meetings 101 and classes with a lady through Mass General in Boston. Her name is Hadass, and if you have like long COVID or any of the issues that I have, she is truly incredible. She healed herself through like voice therapy, breathing exercises. She used to be like really allergic to a lot of things like I am, and she truly believes that breathing, like different types of breathing, can calm your nervous system and all these different things. She has helped me, like even with just like little tools. When I start to get into a flare-up, I can go right into these like tools that she's given me, and oh my goodness, it has calmed me down so much. It's truly incredible. So I am thrilled to be working with both of them, and I really feel like they have done a world of difference. I'm just moving the clothes from the washer to the dryer, and you guys are probably up on the dryer, so hopefully you're not too crooked. But I wanted to show you guys, I got this hat. How stinky cute is this hat? I'm obsessed. I got it at TJ Maxx, and it's a woman's hat, and I bought it for myself, but my daughter has been stealing it literally every day, so everybody thought it was like her hat, and I was like, no, it's actually mine. Look at this. How cute. I gotta cut this little, it came like a little loose right here, but how cute are the little daisies. I know it's like the fall now, and it's definitely like a summer vibe. I was thinking like, you know, out in like the garden and that kind of stuff would be really helpful, because it's like, I don't know if you guys can see, it's like really see-through, so it's like really airy. A lot of like the hats I have like this they're not like that. They're just like not breathable, and so they're a little bit too hot. So I thought this one was really cute. While we're talking about clothes, here, oh, we can't see me. There we go. These crew neck sweatshirts are so stinking comfortable. I got these from Lucy. What are you doing? Can you guys hear her squealing? I got this and literally 5 others from Hollister because they're so stinking comfortable. The inside of them is fleece. They're so so soft. I have literally been living in these, so I'm sorry. Probably every time you see me throughout this vlog, I'll just be like in a different color of this. It has literally been my wardrobe. I'm obsessed. They do run a little bit oversized. I got this in an extra small, and it's still like a little bit kind of like big and oversized, but I'm obsessed with them. Sometimes they have like really good discounts. I think I got each of these for like 20 bucks. They're usually like 40, I think. So anyways, wait until they're on discount. You guys gotta let me know, am I the only one who has different scrub brushes for different things? Like, I'm totally freaked out by the thought of washing my, let's say, cutting board with the same scrub brush that I would use to clean a pot. Do you know what I mean? Like, it gives me the ick. Like, I have different cutting boards too. So I have like a cutting board for meat, and I have a cutting board for like fruits and vegetables, and I have a scrub brush for meat and pots and, you know, things that you use like red meat with, and a scrub brush for things that I use to rinse my vegetables on or clean my vegetables. And am I the only one? It gives me the absolute ick to pick up my strainer that I put my vegetables in and use the same brush I just used to clean a pot that had raw meat in it. You know what I mean? Anyway, so I'll show you. See, I have, this one is for meat. This one is for vegetables and cups. And again, yeah, cups. Like, do you want to be drinking out of a cup that you just use the meat scrub brush with? No, I don't. I'm just trying to get the house like a little bit tidy before we go. And I was in here and I was like, okay, I gotta show you guys. I just got this from Marshall's. I could not resist. No, wait, not Marshall's. TJ Maxx. I got this at TJ Maxx. It is the softest. Like, I wish you could. Nice job, baby. Yeah, I wish I could like have you guys feel how soft this is. I honestly want to put it on my bed. We have like a comforter on a bed, but it is not warm enough for the winter time. I get cold. I've been sleeping in my bathroom because I'm absolutely freezing. Anyways, I got this for that reason, and I just think it's so stinking cute because it's like really Christmassy. Also just got this basket. Here, I'll flip you guys around. How cute is this? It fits all of my daughter's books, so I just put it here up against the fireplace. And yeah, she's able to like put all of her books away and put them in there because they were like scattered abroad, or they were in the top of our closet. So yeah, they're at Hobby Lobby. I want to say they were like 16 bucks, but they were 50% off. So they were like $8. So well worth it in my opinion. And I love them because you can also like mount them to the wall because they have that little band on the back. Just got the phone call I've been waiting for. I am so relieved. So I'm sitting outside my speech therapist. I got a few minutes before I got to go in, but my doctor just called me. So I have a SIBO test. I can't remember how much I told you guys earlier, but I have mast cell activation syndrome. They're trying to figure out why I have it. Like, what are all the root causes, if you will, of why my mast cells are acting up. And so my doctor wants to do a SIBO test. So if you don't know, before you take a SIBO test, the day before, you have an extremely strict diet that you have to be on. Now, I'm already on a crazy strict diet because of what I can and cannot eat and what causes like my throat to swell or why I can't breathe and all these different things. And everything on that list that I can eat the day before, I cannot eat. And you have to be off the medication that helps you. So I can't take like antihistamines, cromolyn sodium, and just try to like buzz through the day. Sorry, I had to stop real quick because somebody pulled up next to me and it was really awkward. Just sitting here talking to myself. Anyway, so I had called them and asked if I could have GOOSE, which I know sounds really strange, but it's actually pretty good. But my body tends to react to anything that is like commercially produced. And so like any like chicken or turkey or anything like that, like I can't do. And the other things you can eat is like fish, eggs, and white rice, which the reactions those things give me is really unbelievable. So I was like, I don't know what to do. So I called them and I was like, how about wild caught goose? Can I do that? Anyway, I was so stressing because I was like, if they say no, then I have to fast tomorrow. And like, because of all my nutritional deficiencies, like I simply cannot fast. It makes me so incredibly ill. So anyways, I've been super stressing about it all day, but they said Goose should be okay as long as like what I cook it in is like super clean and doesn't have anything else on it, which of course is always the case. That'd be gross if it wasn't. So yeah, I feel like I can take a deep breath because all day I've been like, what? Not even all day. Like the last 2 weeks, I'm like, what am I gonna eat? And they hadn't gotten back to me, and they were like, it was just such a niche question. It was taking us a while. I'm like, it's totally fine. As long as I know now that I can at least eat the goose in my fridge right now. As you know, like ground meat is different, like histamine wise, is like, you know, regular meat, or maybe you don't know that. But all they sell at local stores for turkey is ground turkey, which I can't do. So they finally at Whole Foods came out with organic turkeys because obviously Thanksgiving is coming up. So I bought it as soon as it came out, but the only way to properly de-thaw a turkey is in the fridge, and it takes like 4 days, and I just got it yesterday. So it's not going to be thawed in time for me to cook it tomorrow and see how I do on organic turkey. Oh my gosh. Anyways, it's just been a fiasco, but praise the Lord, answer to prayer that I can eat the goose tomorrow and not have it just be an absolute nightmare. So good news. Y'all, the temperature here is actually wild. It is so hot today. It's almost November. Usually it would be like 30 degrees and it's not. It's like mid 70s and I am sweating. I'm not complaining, but like it's not even just hot, like it's humid, like I'm in Florida or something. It's crazy, but all right, time to go in. So I just finished eating, put Lucy down for a nap. She's down there quiet finally. But I wanted to talk to you guys because I mentioned earlier that I was going to therapy, and then I remembered that there were some questions I had to go over, so I was just reading them, so I wanted to share them with you guys. So I typically go to like therapy counseling with a lady, and as I mentioned earlier, like I deal with chronic illness, and so she specifically, she's a Christian counselor, and she has a lot of women dealing with chronic illness that she's seeing, and she just felt like the Lord had put it on her heart to create a group and have all of these women get together who wanted to, and just be able to like share their struggles, because like chronic illness, especially with what I deal with and what some of these other ladies are dealing with, can be extremely isolating. So she wanted a way for us to just like be able to get to know each other, to, you know, kind of vent, talk about our struggles, but also talk about the Lord and what we're learning. So I thought that was really cool. It's for, I believe, 6 weeks. And we just started last week. Last week was just kind of like the introduction, getting to know everybody. And then this week she said she's going to send out questions, and she wanted us to review them and then come with, you know, our answers to those questions for the therapy. And so as I was going over there, it just kind of, it resonated with me in a few different ways. So the first question was, how has this affected your marriage and or your children? And man, I could go on and on about that because it's hard to understand when you're not the person with the chronic illness, or you're not the person on the opposite end dealing with a spouse that's sick all the time. And so both are equally as hard. Nobody wants to watch their spouse suffer. So truly my husband has been a godsend through all of this. But the second question that I was really thinking about was, what is your favorite Bible verse? Which is kind of funny because, like, you know, it's just kind of a very basic question. But I had just been talking to my mom about this a couple of weeks ago, because when I was little, maybe like, I don't know, maybe like 12 years old or so, I decided that Psalm 73:26 is my, you know, favorite verse. And it says, my flesh and my heart fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. And at the time, I didn't have any illness. I didn't have any of the problems I'm dealing with, which I deal with heart problems as well. And so just the fact that it says like, my flesh and my heart fails, but God is the, you know, the strength of my heart and my portion forever. I am not going to get emotional. It goes to show that God knew 20 some odd years ago what I was going to go through, and the verse I would need, and he has truly showed up time and time again to be the strength of my heart and the portion of my life that, you know, I needed. I was listening to a podcast recently, and the lady deals with a bunch of health issues, but she said, you know, she stopped living for the what ifs and started living for the what is. And I feel like that's something that I've really worked on and tried to accept into my life, is that, okay, stop fighting the illness, stop fighting for what if I get better, or what if I don't get better, and start just living for the what is, the one day at a time. It's okay. Like, if you can't get off the couch today, that's okay. God knows. You know, and that's been hard for me to accept and just kind of move on with, but I'm thankful, and I'm learning, and I try to have gratitude through all of it. I've been on like a hot streak of the past 2 weeks of feeling really good. And I'm like, God, don't let it go away. But I'm excited for what the future holds. And I just know that day by day, the Lord is going to take care of me and see me through it. And he is going to be my portion and my strength. When I can't do it, he can. When I wake up and think I can't eat today, I can't walk today, I can't take care of my 3-year-old, like, he can. So I just hope that was encouraging to you guys, because man, if you're in this season, it's rough. It's really rough. But I hope you feel encouraged in knowing that the Lord has you there with a purpose, with a plan, and he's not abandoned you. He's your strength through all of this, so lean into him. Okay guys, it's a little bit later. I just got an Old Navy package in the mail. I just ordered a few things that I thought were necessary, like jeans and sweaters, because I was in desperate need of them. So we're gonna try them on together and see how they look. So here's the sweater. I really like this. So I already have this in like a taupey color, so I knew I would love it. This is in a size extra small. It definitely runs oversized, but I think it's really cute. I just feel like the bottom is really flattering because this doesn't like pucker out at all. I really, really enjoy them, and they're so incredibly soft. I don't know if you can focus here on the material. It's like a nice little stitch, and again, dreamy, dreamy soft. So I actually, like I said, I have this in a taupe, I have it in this, and I actually picked it up in 2 other colors because everything was 50% off, and I literally reach for the one I have every time I go somewhere because it's just so comfortable. And if you like to wear leggings, like, it covers your bum. So I just think this is really cute. I also wore it on the taupe one I have. I wore it on Sunday with a maxi skirt, and I just kind of like tucked it into the front. It looked super cute, really cozy, but it doesn't make me overheat, which is really nice. So this is called the So Soft crew neck sweater, I think. I'll leave it listed down below. And then I have the Wow jeans in straight, and I want to try them in skinny because if you know, you know. I can't get away from skinny jeans, and my husband always tells me that this is what he likes me in the most, is skinny jeans. So I'm like, well, why am I trying to pull off mom jeans if he likes me in skinny jeans? I don't know. So I just thought I'd try the Wow jeans. Actually, really, really like these ones. They're a little snug up at the top, but not bad, just enough to keep them on and to keep them sliding off. If you have my body shape where like your stomach is bigger than your legs, you know the pain of like pants just sliding their way down. It drives me absolutely nuts. This is just tight enough where it is going to stay there, and the length is literally perfect. I am 5'4" for reference, and these are too short. It's cute. This is going to be like a fall staple of mine for sure. I will show you the 2 other colors. There's like a lavender purple. I think they have like maybe 8 different colors. So here's like the lavender color. This is also really pretty. And then I went out on a limb and I got green. I'm not like, I usually get like dark green things, but this is like limey green. And when I put it on, it was just really pretty. And I had tried it on in a store a few weeks ago, but they only had it in I think a small, and I wanted an extra small to be a little bit more fitted, so I ended up just ordering it. But I thought this color was really pretty too. Really great fall color. I can totally see this being like tucked into jeans with like a brown belt and a brown handbag. I think it would be really pretty. It's giving like 70s vibes. Okay, so here's the other one. I can't decide if I like this sweater or not. Like, it's okay. It's okay. It's supposed to be like the So Soft sweater, like the other one I have. It's not the same material though. Like it's close. It's just a hair scratchy, just a hair. And I don't like how tight this is around my neck. It's not super tight, but it's enough. It's just enough to bother me. And I don't like when turtlenecks are this high. It's giving neck brace and I can't stand that. So I think the sweater is probably going to be a pass for me. They're the same jeans as the last ones I just tried on, just in a different color. And they are much looser, exact same size. So in Old Navy jeans, I find that the lighter the denim, the more stretchy they are. I don't know what that's all about, but they, I mean, they fit nice. They're cute. The way the darker ones look on me, but I like the way these ones fit better. They're just like a little more stretchy. So I'll probably end up keeping both of them because I'm definitely going to reach for both of them. But I think the sweater might go back just because I'm not feeling it. Like I'm not going to reach for this just because of what it feels like around my neck. But overall, it is a cute little outfit. Okay, so it's 5 o'clock, and at 5 o'clock every day, we feed the beast. So this is my sourdough starter. Like I said earlier, I started it about 10 days ago. So she's looking pretty good, pretty runny. I know like you probably shouldn't like the smell of like this fermentation, but like I like it. It smells like Bertucci's to me. Do you guys have a Bertucci's near you? They've closed most of the ones around us. But I start by just kind of like stirring up the starter and getting the bubbles out of it. Is that necessary? I have no idea. It just makes me feel like I'm mixing it together because we're going to pour it out. I've been doing 3 equal parts, 50 grams. So I have a scale and my jar weighs 482 grams. So I just get the whole thing down to 532, so that's just 50 grams of starter. Every time I do this, I feel like I am getting rid of way too much because there's so little left in the jar because 50 grams is really not a lot. And I feel like I'm starting over, but this is what they say to do. That's good. So now I'm gonna grab a little bit of water. Okay, so we gotta get to 50 grams of flour as well. And then I just stir on up. You can see it's kind of just like all clumpy again, and I stir it really, really good. Try to get some of the clumps out, and it does make a little bit more of like the dough consistency. As opposed to runny. And then it isn't doubling in size by any means, but it definitely grows probably like a quarter to half the size. And then you try to like push it all down the side so you don't have a mess. Apparently it like can mold if you do that. I don't know. Don't take real sourdough advice from me. I'm just learning. I'm hoping this turns into real sourdough. But yeah, so there she is. Pretty good. And then I turn little thing onto, oops, say it is Tuesday at 5. and we'll do it again tomorrow and keep going. I'm excited to get started with this. Again, I'm really nervous about like the bread because I feel like everybody's bread just doesn't turn out right. But the other things with discard donuts, bagels, Pop-Tarts, Farmhouse on Boone has like a lot of really good recipes, so I'm really anxious to try all of those and see how they come out. I'm trying to become a homesteader, so this is the start. Good morning. It is the next morning. I am just getting my goose ready for the day. Oh my goodness, I really don't want to eat this all day long, but I'm happy to have something. So I had put these in the fridge last night, hoping that they would be thawed by this morning, and they're not. So I'm going to put them in the air fryer instead of the slow cooker. I have one more leg, a tiny wing, and the gizzard, so I guess I'm gonna eat that for dinner and then just have the 2 legs for like breakfast, lunch. I don't know, it's all I have to eat, and I am so dreading it. I'm like, I want something that's gonna make me feel full because I'm starving and this is not it. But anyways, nonetheless, I'm happy to have something to eat. I'm gonna get this started. I'm gonna make Lucy some eggs. We're having like a hornet epidemic in my yard. Like literally everywhere in the yard I go, you cannot go because there's so many hornets. So I'll probably end up taking Lucy to like the park or something because she really wants to go outside where it's been so nice. I need to get into today, but a lot to do. But yeah, let's make some eggs. I know. I'm making the eggs right now. Alright, so we're going to try a little bit of an experiment here. I have a Norwex mop, which I'm going to get. It stinks so bad. I've tried everything. I've put it in like the washing machine, and so I reached out to my sister-in-law and she said that soaking it in hot water, sorry, this stinks so bad. It's putting it in hot water and dish detergent and letting it soak will help. So this is all I have for a bowl, and it's not really quite big enough, but I don't want to use like a pot because I think that's disgusting. So I'm gonna fill this with hot water and leave it to soak and just see how it does. I might have to do like one section at a time. You know, I should have just soaked it in the sink. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know. Whatever. It's in the bowl now. Yeah, I definitely should have just soaked it in the sink. What was I thinking? There's 2 things on my agenda today that have to get done. One being fixing the piano bench, and number 2, finding the mail keys, because the mail keys have been missing for about a week now. And I have a package in the mail and I can't find them, and I'm not trying to point fingers, but my husband was the last one to get the mail. Look what I found. They were in my coat pocket, so that tells me that actually I was the last one to go get the mail, and I've been blaming my husband for no reason. So I'm gonna go get the mail, thankfully, and hopefully get my package. The good news is that the hornets must have all like gone back to sleep with the cold weather we had last night, even though it's still really nice today. It's like 70. There's no hornets out here, and I'm telling you, there was like a million. Every inch of this property had hornets, and they were like chasing us down. So we're outside now playing the swing set, which I'm really excited about because we haven't been able to come out. I'm really bummed though. Our state has like the most beautiful leaves right now, and because we live kind of like, we don't live in a valley, but like it definitely dips down, all of the leaves, you see that? All of the leaves are gone, which is such a bummer. But like if you go out to like the street and go down a little bit, it's like peak fall, beautiful leaves, just like in our backyard. It is a barren wasteland, which is such a bummer, but that's okay. It's dinner time. I am going to whip up some homemade pizza. If you think you can't make pizza dough, you're wrong. It is so stinking easy. So you're just gonna start with a cup of flour, 2 1/4 teaspoon of active, I get this, so it's the active dry yeast, three-fourths a teaspoon of salt. I just add a little bit of garlic, basil leaves, and a little bit of onion, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And you're going to add 3/4 a cup, let me see, yeah, 3/4 a cup of warm water. So I just put a little bit of water on the stove. 1, 2, and you're going to add 1 more cup of flour. And guys, this is literally all you do. And then you're gonna get another bowl and just put some olive oil on along the edges of it. And then you're gonna allow this to sit in there for 30 minutes. Okay, so this is what it looks like about 40 minutes later. You're supposed to leave it in there for 30 minutes, but I was eating. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, eating goose all day. I feel really fatigued, like I need some sort of like sugar or something. Anybody tell you that this isn't therapeutic? Because it 100% is. I was talking to my cousin and she was like, oh my word, kneading bread is like the best when you need some relief. And I was like, really? So then when I first made this bread, I was like, wow, you're right. This is truly amazing. Okay, so things got a little bit chaotic because then I realized that I didn't have pizza sauce. I don't typically make my own pizza sauce. So I was just scrounging and I threw together some tomato sauce, tomato paste, a bunch of seasonings, some sugar, salt, pepper. I think I did like oregano, onion powder, just a bunch of different things, and threw it together and it made a really good sauce. So, well, I couldn't eat it, so I'm assuming it's good. It looks good. It looks like pizza sauce. And then I just cut up some mozzarella cheese. I do get it in the block. Here, I'll show you. I do get it in the block cheese, so I just cut it up because block cheese has a whole lot less like preservatives and potato starch and all these other things in it. It's just really the cheese. So put some pepperonis on it. Before I put all of it down, I did like put some holes in it, a little olive oil down, and I put up the edges, as you can see. And yeah, it's gonna go in the oven for like 15, maybe 20 minutes at 425, and I'll show you after. All right, there she is in all her glory. She kind of spilled over the sides. Honestly, smells absolutely incredible in here. It truly smells like a pizza restaurant. It's so good. But I have got to make some food tomorrow because my SIBO test is at 9 a.m. and it's 3 hours long, so I'm not going to be able to eat from now until 12 o'clock tomorrow, which I am dreading because I am already so hungry, but it's all good. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with me for the past few days. I'm probably going to pick up this vlog tomorrow and take you guys to Boston with me, so I'm looking forward to it. So thanks for hanging out, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!